Dozens of law enforcement officers blanketing Staunton State Park and the surrounding area to look for a man they now say didn't exist. Seasonal Ranger Callum Heskett claimed he'd been stabbed in the torso by a man who got hold of Heskett's pocket knife. Within days, Jeffco deputies recommended serious charges. At the time, Heskett had worked for Colorado Parks and Wildlife for only a few months. In the arrest affidavit, the investigating officer wrote that Heskett relayed to him that he was on medications to treat post-traumatic stress disorder. He told your affiant that the condition was the result of him being run over while serving as a police officer with the LPD.
Sir, police department, stop.
Lafayette, where Heskett was involved in this incident in late June of 2024. A man suspected of retail fraud at a Walmart got into his car in the parking lot with officers Nathan Cashian and Callum Heskett there to investigate. Officer Cashian tries to keep the man from driving off, but he puts the car into reverse. Heskett, behind Cashian, extends his right arm and pushes off from the car as suspect Devin Smith, who was later convicted in the case, drove off.
I-10, he just hit me with his car.
Heskett was not run over. Smith was later arrested by other officers miles away on E470. Heskett soon complained of an injured arm.
He hit me physically with the door, dragged me. My arms really hurt.
Heskett told Officer Cashian the door had struck his arm.
The door hit my arm and pulled it really hard.
They're probably going to want you to get checked out.
9 days later, Lafayette's police chief wrote a termination letter, stating Heskett had not demonstrated sufficient proficiency in critical areas needed to be a police officer and not met required standards for field training and evaluation and the city's standards of conduct.
Glad we're both okay.
There was no reference to any specific incident. Heskett signed it, but then followed with an email resigning. The termination was rescinded. The city of Lafayette said it cooperates with other law enforcement agencies if they request information for a pre-employment background investigation by filing a signed release form. Now, the question remains whether Colorado Parks and Wildlife asked for them. Now, I asked repeatedly of the CPW whether they had. They would not answer, instead saying they would have no further comment beyond the brief news release that followed the incident at the park, which contains no information about Heskett's hiring.